Last time I got this new mount, and let's look. So if you look mount guide, we can check names. So this was White Lanner. These bears are clad in rolling clouds and noble Vanu warriors would sit astride them as a part of Bismarck's retinue. The pace with which they glide through the skies evokes the image of flower petal being carried by gentle western winds. Okay, up to the sky. And I check map. Okay, here we can. This time I just fly. It's almost like water bubbles when you fly with this mount. Aha, it was invisible wall. There is now again a special event going on Final Fantasy XIV, and for honor of Easter, it is Easter theme Hatching Tide, and there is especially one place in New Gridania, but it seems that I need to actually go to Old Gridania. So first we come here to New Gridania, and here we need to go different location. And there should be one gateway if we use this. Okay, we go by using this, we can get to Old Gridania. And let's see the exact location. Let's find a map. Okay, I think somewhere. Okay, here. Hippity, hoppity, happily. Okay, I just hippity, hoppity, happily. Okay, we have this. It's okay, we need to go a little bit more. To the west. And is it actually okay? Again, find a place where is lot of crowd. Chihli Aljapo. Hippity hoppity happily. What is the experience skill and then hatching bunny? If happiness had form, it would look like this. Chilalapo is simply dying to talk an adventure, preferably you, about X. Happy hatching tide to you, friend. Are you exquisite decorations you see about to your liking? Wait, I know that face. If isn't Silverian, what pleasure to see you. As it happens, I was visited by a most curious dream again this year. In it, brave adventurers, not unlike yourself, were going about town, handing out decorative eggs in the company of air, chickens and odd-looking rabbits. Truth be told, I have struggled to grasp its true meaning. Still, if the past is any guide, the best way to get the bottom of this is for us to recreate the image of my dream and see what good fortune it may bring. To that end, I have invited Master Pauling Limsalominsa, preeminent chicken farmer, and his flock were here to Gridania, and furthermore place an order for fluffle of rapid disc mammoths in resembling the ones from my dream. We have, however, a bit of a snack. It would appear the hens have not yet gotten acclimated to their new environment, and they have been raising quite the ruckus, making it impossible to retrieve the eggs they have laid. Might you be willing to lend a hand? That sounds exciting. Now that's the man after my own heart. You will be compensated handsomely in a spectacular reward, of course him. That one perhaps needs some work. In any case, Master Pauling chickens are being cooked at the Gridloam Grovery. Might I ask you to travel there and give them a look? My friend Nonota works there as well, so I would be most grateful if you could also ensure that she's not overly harried. And let's see, where do we need to go? After wishing you a very happy hatching tide and sharing with your details of her latest vision, Silly Aljapo wastes no time enlisting your services to deal with the most processing concern that threatens to interfere with this year's festivities. To wit, she would ask you to make haste to the Gridloam Grovery and do what you can to produce eggs from Master Pauling's flock of fine chickens, a task which has proved an unexpected challenge thus far. You set out for a farm in hopes of seeking out one Nonota, a friend of Yilis, who will provide further enlightenment as to the task required of you. Where is this place? Botanist card. So actually we need to go more to the west. West and more to the west. Lot of eggs. Exciting. Aha, there is someone. No, not on. Please, remember you. Pray forgive me. I'm feeling terribly exhausted at the moment. She'll send you to hell. Well, that's most appreciated. In that case, allow me to explain. While it's true that we've been having trouble rounding up all the eggs, we also face most pressing concern. The grocery has been invaded by bizarre, fluffy creatures. What's more, they are not content just to run around and make mischief. Why, they are tormenting the chickens and trying to steal the eggs for themselves. Needless to say, that has only driven the chickens into even more dizzy. It's been a veritable battlefield. Master Borling is doing all he can to keep the creatures contained, but even he seems just about at wit's end. Wow! Master Boring, has our last line of defense been breached? Oh, the poor man. That's one of them, our fearsome invaders from the cars nowhere. God heavens, they both look as if they are out for blood. Whatever are we to do? Such bravery. Not that I expected any less from you. In that case, good luck out there. And remember, close observation of both parties is the key to successful meditation. Drawing upon your extensive experience in confronting myriad savage beasts, you gaze upon the two bloodthirsty creatures intently, taking in their every move and facial expression. The chicken and the bunny stand at orders, neither willing to give an ion in the grudge match, or so you assess the situation. How fascinating. The chicken is understandably on its guard, fearing that the rabbit is targeting its eggs. But could it be that the bunny, too, harbors some resentments of its own? Now that I think about it, this creature bears a most uncanny resemblance to the rabbit Shirley described from her dream. I did some research of my own before you arrived. According to the tomes, it's so rare creature that many consider it simply a myth. Have you by any chance encountered anything similar during your travels? Now that you mention it. You don't say. I were expecting nothing less of well-traveled adventure such as yourself. No doubt you are already aware These most unique creatures are known in certain parts as happy bunnies. There is something about their long ears, fluffy tails and hippity-hoppity manner that brings a smile to one's face, yes. Why, legend has it that simply entering one is sure sign that good fortune is headed your way. While they are not precisely the same creature, perhaps our most unique quest will also have similarity auspicious effect on us. You there, Mr. Bunny, if you are truly as happy at heart as your compatriots of legend, might you not take a piece with these fine chickens and cooperate with us to make this year's festivities an extravagance of merriment and good cheer? Oh. But this won't do. Why, our harbinger of happiness is fleeing from our very grasp, and our last chicken is running off with it. Something must be done. If Chiefly's dreams are to be trusted, and I never known them to be anything but those bunnies and their unique power are the key making this year's Hatching Tide festivities a rousing success. I beg of you, friend, follow those creatures, they may lead you to their fellow escapees. I do the same just as soon as I see to Mr. Bowling's wounds. I wasn't able to make out where they were headed, but no doubt there was an eyewitness or two nearby. Hey, gather what information you can and round up the little critters as best as you are able. We can render woods back in town with Healy. Okay, let's check. At the Great Loam Grovery, a crestfallen Nonota informs you that Master Bowling's flock of the fine birds has fled the farm along with the so-called happy bunnies, rabbit-like creatures of legend said to bring all who encountered them good fortune. At Chitley's dear friend's behest, you agree to search for the creatures, in the hopes that this year's hatchling festivities might resemble those foretold. Okay, okay, now we need to go east. And it's just before amphitheater. Okay, I went down another road. Okay, those two might be. Adventures for hire. Sela needs a seasoned adventure to go with her. A fellow Grintam asked me to pick up 2 things in Gridania: sea straws and perfume and good adventure. Perfume had thought some doing to a botanist to tempt to be misery with our sweet roses, as for adventure, hello handsome. Well, that complete this shopping list. Adventure, would you mind taking this perfume and yourself to jolly around at Little Solis? Well, that was a sight, if I ever seen one, a bizarre looking bunnies and chickens racing by me as if possessed. They were headed over that way, toward the New Credania. I can hope they don't cause too much of stir in a town. Okay, let's check map down. Following the trail of your quarry, you learn that the rapids and chickens run off in the direction of New Credania. You resolve to head there and see if there is any leads to be had. Okay, now we need to go New Credania. There might be even 3. Okay, let's go New Credania. This is not the right way. A few steps back. Okay, here is one more Cerberus patrolman. Chicken and rabbits, they were headed for the Etherit Plaza. Go after them if you like. The others don't pay nearly enough for me to get mixed up in all this. Chicken and rabbits, oh, I saw a whole army of them running off to the Caroline canopy. How did they get around so fast on those tiny legs? I'm not cut out for this. What's that? They were now good scars, understood. I then list the service of an enable adventure right away. Matron Steeds, I don't sneak up on me like... Wait a moment, are you perchance an adventurer? No, not a sent you in search of bunnies, you say. How fortuitous. That link bear call just now was from her, and she would ask me with doing the very same. Just between you and me, however, I've got yet to catch a single one, and as I was running after them, their friends started showing up, one after the next, and before I knew, a veritable legion of them had hippy-hopped their way into Wellswood. I fear there are far too many of them for the two of us to handle alone. I'll go and call reinforcements. Could I trouble you to go ahead to the mirror planks? According to Nonata, that's where they were last sighted. In the meantime, I will do my best to rally others to our cause. Now, go quickly, friend. The fate of this year's hatchling's tide hangs in the balance. The Fate Happiness is one panic can only be completed as a discipline of war or magic. Okay, let's see where is the... Try as you might track down the fugitive rabbits and chickens. They as yet eluded your grasp, having fled this time out of the city and in the forest. Make for the central shroud and hunt down these rock birds and bunnies, that the Hatching Tide festivities may yet be saved. High-speed transmitters. Then we need to select right mount. Maybe we take Rosalanner this time. I think I might have... I wonder if I have... They are so fast. Ah, I completed it, yes. Okay, what about now? Putting your keen hunting skills to good use, you managed to round up the entire menagerie of runaway critters. With a sigh of relief, you resolve to make for the city and report to Celia Lapoch, who will no doubt be tickled pink to hear of your success. Okay, now we need to go Old Gradania. But let's first teleport to New Gridania. Okay, is it evening? Yes, seems to be evening. And let's navigate to Old Gridania. Okay, then we need to go amphitheater. Oh, Silverian, say no more. I've heard everything. My sincere apologies for all the trouble we had put to you through, but let it suffice to say your efforts have all but saved this year's hatchling tide from disaster. Some stragglers are running about, but we have captured the pet part of both flocks. Nonota, Master Bowling and my colleague should be able to round up the rest in due time. But there is even more good news. It seems the exercise went a long way to shoot our savage chicken, and we have retreat eggs in abundance to decorate. Nonota, Master Bowling, allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. I was sharing the happy tidings with Silverian here. Wait, is this perchance one of the happy bunnies that were the source of the whole hullabaloo? Why, truly the splitting image of the little critters that came to me in my vision. Seeing the calm and well-behaved now, I can scarcely believe it gave you such a trouble. You other chickens are resting easy now, I gather. No worries there, Chili, my dear. My birds have spent up all their nervous energy and are as relaxed and now I have ever seen them. Why, after their little spat, it even seems that they have come to a mutual understanding with their fluffy new friends. I'm happy to say that the rabbits too are now obeying our tenants with scarcely a peep of argument, and wouldn't you know it, just before one of them handed us this crystal. Could it be Why, they truly are harbingers of happiness and good fortune. I have a good feeling about this, Silverian. Do you come back later, so I can fill you in on the details? Yes. Needless to say, I have also special something for you as a token of thanks for your services. As for now, I must prepare for the festivities. In the meantime, could I trouble you to lead little fellows through the streets and join them in handing you out eggs to the townspeople? If my dreams are any guide, I'm sure it will bring no end of smiles to one and all. Well, aren't you so eager? That's what I like to see. And with that, I'd best putting the final decorative touches on these eggs. Whenever you are ready, just say the word. Check. Back in town, Chili offers her profuse thanks for your efforts, further explaining that chickens have settled down and appear ready and willing to offer their eggs to you. In abundance, hatchling tide can now go off without hitch. None of use to finish a decorative the eggs so that you and your newfound friends may take to the streets and distribute them just as Chili envisioned in her dreams, and with any luck bring good fortune to one and all in the process. Okay, so it's not time. Ready to start handing out some eggs? Lovely, in that case, here you go. Pray take our little friends along and spread happiness the whole city over. Where will you hand out eggs? Okay, let's take first by the market. It's actually in Healer's Guild. One decorate eggs for me, how thoughtful. Okay, it's actually, yes. From Healer's Guild. That's even 3 inside, thank you ever so much. Okay, here is our master, Izumi-yan, who trained us to the level 60. Your efforts are sincerely appreciated. These seasonal celebrations bring so much joy to the children and myself, I confess. Still, I must say, it's been years since I've seen travel trapped in the flesh. I never would have expected to encounter one here. What's that? Clara is unfamiliar to you. In the north they are known more colloquially as happy bunnies, are they not? They are said to usher in smiles and good fortune. Before that, yes, since much older times, they were known as traveler rabbits. They have a habit of showing up at your side unannounced, then vanishing off somewhere before you know. I recall seeing one in the Dwarf's woods when I was but a child. But forgive me, you have other places you must be. We can talk another time. Relax and enjoy the festivities when your work is done. Okay, this was like seeing a master after a long time or long pause. Healer Guild's master. And then welcome back, Silverian. How did you and your little friends fare? Splendid to hear. At first, I feared that my dreams might bring all chaos and confusion to the realm this year, but thanks to you, I do believe we can declare this year's X-Hunt a rousing success. Oh, but how could I forget? In recognition of your timeless efforts on our behalf, my fellow dreamers and I have prepared very special hatchling tide, present just for you. Did I mention how I produce mammoths from Goldsmith's Guild for the festivities? This is one of them. Sadly, it was completely lifeless from the moment of arrival. It seems its core had come loose and fallen out on the way here. But would you believe it? It slipped in that crystal the little bunny gave me, and in an instant it's all puffed up and it's veered back to life. I'm quite confident it will bring its caretaker nothing but good fortune and smiles galore. I would very much like that person to be you, Silverian. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Now all the hard work is done. I do hope you have the chance to relax and join the festivities to yourself. They only just begun after all. And should you find yourself in the mood to help us and out some more eggs, simply say the word. Seems like the main seasonal quest approaching completion. Notice this egg basket in the right upper corner, so decorative. Should you wish to replay the gift-giving task from the quest Hippity Hoppity Happity, speak with Nonata again. If a fortune smiles upon you, you may even find yourself encountering individuals who were not present in your initial venture. Okay, we got achievement, happy hunting. So this is especially seasonal achievement. I check what was the... Okay, we got fortune egg. Plain white Archon egg believed to bring its bearer good luck for as long as it remained uncracked. What do we have? Search for item link. Search for recipes. I'm curious. Are there any really? Okay, we have 3 fortune eggs. And okay, here was the one. Hatching Bunny. Use the item to acquire the Hatching Bunny Minion. Okay, this was what we needed in a Fate event previously. Let's see if there is Nonotta. I think we at least gave some eggs in marketplace, so there might still be some extra places to go. But where is Nonotta? Time to locate where is Nonotta. Wood. Oh, maybe this is okay. Your Jonathan might be here in achievement exchange. But where is Nonotta? Okay, New Gridania. Maybe I visit New Gridania. Are there any sign? Okay, maybe I make a visit to the New Gridania. Yeah, maybe That's why I'm thrilled to see not a single one go to waste. The war baked into some treats that celebrating the delighting ornaments. My little darlings can truly be proud. Okay, I just checked that Nonotta is not hiding. Gorgeous collector. Good evening, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatching Tide festivities? Fledgling Festival Hatching-tide was born of prophetic dream visited upon Gridania maid named Chili Aliapuch. In a dream, the 12 Archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of sixth umbral calamity. Descending from the heavens atop beautiful decorated eggs, They said to gently arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessel for our return. And so he did, painstakingly painting and gliding eggs to match those from her vision. Word of prophecy spread, and Jill attracted helpers to assist in her toils. After the calamity, the festival grew further as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the archons of yore, who may believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. Maybe I check still once that... Ah, no, not is actually here. And what else? Any... Okay, no, not... What's that? Back to help us and hunt out some more eggs. You are far too kind, Fred. Needless to say, we would more than welcome your aid. Here, I have freshly decorated patch ready to go any time. You can replay the gift-giving task from the quest happily. If fortune smiles upon you, you may even encounter individuals who were not present in your initial venture. Yes. I took first one. I still think that I will take second and third one. Botanist Guild. Are there anyone special? Aha, I think this was in previous year. I remember previous year was this personal. Why, I dare say the food used to fashion those decorations was among the finest I ever laid eyes on. As always, your eye for quality timber is simply unparalleled. You're far too kind, Master P, I mean. My forest-loving floppy-eared friend Flightwise. I have no doubt the food resides to find itself in the hands of one who understands it as well as you. Or should I say boss? Ha. Well, I think this was last year character, in previous year. Oh, if it isn't Silverian, how good is to see you well. An egg for me, and what a charming little fellow carrying. I accept your gift with gratitude. I remember that it might be that it was previous year that you could get exactly the same kind of suit like this character, the hair, and so you would get rabbit suit. Egg for me, and what charming little fellow carrying it. I accept your gift with gratitude. How very clever you are, though I did hear a rumor of some concern. Yes, a little bird told me that the creatures hearing no small resemblance to you were running wild through the streets of Gridania, trampling over precious greenery, and nibbling at the bark of our precious trees. A most disconcerting story, if there is any truth to it. If my intuition is not mistaken, it appears the little creature is apologizing to us in its own way. Well, as long as you've learned your lesson, I do believe we can forgive and forget. Thank you for the thoughtful gift, and the happiest of hatching tides to you. What a jump! Oh, this was second. I still want to see the last one. We can replay. Okay. And the Nofika's altar. Or resemblance to the previous year, Hatching Tide. Greetings, Silverian. It's always a pleasure to have you here in Gridania, and to which seem to be befriended some rather charming little helpers. Why, what a lovely egg. How very kind of you. And there's the most toothsome looking little cake inside. You stop by the canopy. We have finished here. A brew that will accompany it perfectly. It's we enjoyed that indeed. Silveria, on behalf of Gridania, allow me to thank you and your little colleagues for making this year's Hatching Tide so memorable. Once your work was concluded, hope you will have time to relax and take in the cheer of the season. You and your new friends are welcome to stop by for a cup of tea as well, should your mood strike you. Though I dare say you ought to claim table sooner rather than later, these sweets will draw advances by the droves. Okay, one thing to check. Actually, no, now I notice one thing. There is word minion, hatchling bunny. So actually this is minion. Okay, we got one more minion. Let's go to look our new minion. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. Hatchling Bunny. A mammoth inspired by the peculiar rapids in Chile Aliapo's vision. Initially missing a core, it sprang to life by the power of crystal brought by an actual bunny, Happy Bunny, and it will surely lead its owner to good fortune, probably. Behavior obedient. Let's look how our new minion behaves. It must be obedient. jumping a lot. What about if I jump to the somewhere? Ah, someone else has also. What about if two bunnies meet again? Okay, this is actually Nonota's bunny. Nonota's minion. Okay, now we have two bunnies. And chicken. Let's try some nice place. I think this might be a good stopping point this time. So we managed to complete the seasonal quest Hatching Tide, and as a reward we gained Hatching Bunny Minion. I want to thank you for watching.